Hey viewers, on this episode, it's going to be part one. I'm going to be introducing my 1996 Suburban 2500 series with the Vortec 454, very rusty underneath Suburban. The body itself is straight and not in terrible shape. It's got one gaping hole in the back and a little rust under the door. But underneath is where it really gets kind of scary. And it's also where I have a problem with the transmission. So that said, getting it running is going to be interesting because it hasn't run in quite some time. And I'm not even positive that the gas is going to be good. So we'll see with that. And we'll also be, getting her together to be my plow vehicle for the winter. So with that, let's get on with the show. Okay, so here's the story. This truck has been sitting for, I think, 2 years or a year and a half. And it really was because I drove it back here. It was winter. I was pulling a car behind it, which is still behind it. And it got stuck because the transmission just lost all fluid. So I didn't sit there trying to slip it like crazy and burn it all up. But now I got to figure out why it was losing all of its liquid. So what I've done is picked up some, a couple of gallons of transmission fluid, the cheap car crap, and I got these pig mats. I was going to use a sheet, but for some reason my wife didn't like that idea. So pig mats. Probably could have bought a sheet for the same price as these. They were $2 a piece. But these are supposed to really, pick up spills and whatnot, so I won't be getting it all over the ground over here. I got 3 of them because I really don't know where it's leaking out of. So that said, let me get to work here. Okay, so I'm back out having a peek at the Suburban. It's a little rusty underneath, as you saw, but the interior, it's gotten a little bit, well, I don't know what that is, mold probably. It's not black mold, it's not going to kill me. But the seat itself is not bad. It's just got a little tear here, but again, I didn't bother repairing that. This was totally trash, so I replaced it. And other than that, the interior just it needs a cleaning, so that's not terrible. And here we go, hood's open. Wow, that's pretty rusty 454 Vortec there. And let's see, do we see any? No, I can't see a darn thing down here. It's as dark for me as it is you. Trying to figure out why this thing is pouring all this transmission fluid out. Let's see from this angle maybe? Nope. I have a feeling it's one of the transmission cooler lines. Or at least maybe that's what I'm hoping. Okay, so this is what really has me a little bit nervous. It's, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just surface rust. Okay, now the question is, did I forget about it? I mean, the thing is, check this out. I yank out the tranny dipstick. I'm kind of feeling like a dipstick because this thing, it's over full. But usually you do it while it's running. So what I've done is I've hooked up my long extension cord to get back here, and got my little dying hard. And well, we'll see. I'm gonna try see if I can start her up. I mean, again, it's been a year and a half, so I wouldn't be too surprised if the gas was bad, but we'll give it a shot, because why the heck not? And when it's running, then I'll check the transmission fluid again. I'll also have a look underneath and see if it's actually leaking out like I thought it was, because could I have been totally wrong? Okay, I've had it charging for a minute or two. Let's see if we get anything at all at the key here. I got a little light. Oh, Jesus. Can you tell it was winter? And let's go to we stuck in 4 low? Maybe it has to be running or something. Well, let's try it. Nothing. All right, let's give it a little more time. Leave it to a Jiffy Lube sticker to make me remember. We're supposed to get its next oil change in 11 of 2016 with 104,000 miles. Well, it's 2020 and it's only got 101,788, so we didn't go over in mileage. We might have gone over a little bit in the time department though. So I guess it's time for an oil change, even though we only went like, I don't know, 400 miles. That's the life of a plow truck. Okay, I've given it a little bit longer. Let's see if it does anything now. Still nothing. Let's try bumping it up to a 100 amp start. Scrap that, make that 200 amp. And this makes the wires get warm. And not super skinny wires. All right, 200 amps. Don't fail me now, huh? Here we go. Doesn't it stop doing that at some point? I guess not. Why is it doing that noise? It's a horrible noise. All right, it stopped. That's a plus. Good news here is I only have a little under a quarter tank, which in this thing, it's got like a 40-gallon tank, so that could be like 10 gallons or something. Hey, I don't know why it made that horrible noise though. That's annoying. It seems to try that. That's good. Maybe not. Anyway, we'll be back. Alright, so we got corroborating evidence here of the dating, because New York is a 2-year state for registrations, and then this inspection would have been done in January of 2017. So the other thing was talking about November of 2016, so I do believe it was somewhere that winter, so probably 2017 it's been sitting since. And well, it's not quite as long as I thought, hopefully. All right, I think it's looking a little bit better. We got it in the 20 on charging here. So, let's see what happens if I pop this up to 200. Bam, it goes up to 30. That's good. It's almost at the start thing, but I want to see if maybe it'll at least turn over. So that'd be nice. All right, let's give it a shot. Holy crap. Ha! Hoo-wee! It's alive. Making some funny noises though. Little whistles never hurt anybody, did they? Oh, maybe they did. Alright, let's go out and have a look. Nothing like a big block Chevy. Starts right up. Bam. I guess we could turn this down. I'm going to leave it charging a little bit though. Maybe should I not? You know what? I'll turn it off for now. We'll charge it up later. Wow, that's hot. Yeah, dude, we got the exhaust pipes even working, not even rusted through. The rear springs have had better days. The frame, for that matter. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything dripping out underneath. But then again, we're not in gear or anything. So, let's try checking the fluid level now that it's running and see if we need to add some. There we go. Yeah, see, now it's dry. So it definitely needs fluid. Not sure where to leave this. I don't want to leave it near the battery. I'll leave it on my tractor. Alright, one tractor for that matter. Just dump a little fluid in here and we'll be back. And of course I got the full gallon jug, right? It didn't even register on the stick, so I'm sure we're at least 2 quarts down. Okay, now I didn't spill much down there, but we're starting to get smoke. So I do believe I'm coming closer to finding the leak. Let's hop underneath here. Ah! Ah, you see, I see it. Where the hell is that coming from, though? I'm telling you, it's pouring out as fast as I'm pouring it in. That's the crazy thing. All right, you take a look, because I can't see a damn thing. I'll get you a light. Where is that pouring out of? It's the side of the can, or is it where the thing's going in? I think it might be. Let's see if I can get under here a little further. It might be where the hoses go into the side of the transmission, right? That's just a guess, but I'm thinking maybe I'm right. Damn, this thing is scary as hell. All right, hopefully we got something good on the camera, because my head doesn't go all the way under there. That was fun. Time to go inside and, well, it looks like you got a little spray on you there. Nothing like a little lube for the old GoPro. Let's figure out what it was. I was just about to walk away and I thought, geez, you know, if that just like got really hot when I shut it off and just started to go on fire, that'd be a bad thing back here. There's lots and lots of trees to go up in flames. And there's my little shed. Oh boy. All right, so I think we're probably safe now. No joke, what I think I'm going to do with this though is hopefully I could fix that problem with the transmission without costing too much money. And then I actually have the metal for the quarter panel here, so I can replace that. And then I'll probably just fit something in the bottom of the door. And the frame, I'm thinking I'll just try sanding it down, see where it needs metal, and weld some in there. And then the other parts of the truck really aren't too bad. The rear springs could use some new ones. Maybe I'll put a little, like a, 6-inch suspension lift under this thing or something. That'd be cool. So something tells me you want to wear glasses when you're getting under this truck. Just an idea. But underneath, it actually seems like there's some metal in a lot of areas. So maybe this isn't totally a waste of my time to get this thing going. Even if it wouldn't, I would really like to retain the 4L80 and throw it in a two-door Tahoe. I think that'd be cool. Big block two-door 90s Tahoe. So then I can mount my plow on that. All right, let's see if I can't fit under there and come back when I see it. I'm pretty sure it's the lines at this point because it was just coming right off the side of the pan, but what's above that is the lines, and I really doubt it blew a gasket out the side and it's coming out at that rate of speed. Okay, bananas angles, but I think maybe if I get the light on the right angle, you can see these lines and they look mighty rusty. And I'm willing to bet one of them is just broken completely. Because this is exactly where it was coming down, right here. It was just pouring down. Yeah, it actually just dripped one more time. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stick my hand up. It's not too hot, is it? No, it cooled down. I gave it some time. So anyway, it looks to me... Oh yeah, it's got the lovely... Oh my goodness, I can actually see where it's leaking now. All right, it's the quick connects. And hold on, let me see if I can't get you on a crazy angle here. Let's see, you're upside down, inside, oh God, all right. Okay, so I think you could probably see that. Not that easy to get to with the exhaust in the way, but now you can see them, and you can even see where it's leaking from. So those just rusted fully through. Just so happened to be while I was towing the car. I guess a little pressure and burst. So now I think all I need is a couple of transmission lines. I don't think there's any chance that one of those is any good. And my phone just hit me. That was nice. All right. Okay, so at least I have a plan. This thing does run, and it runs pretty darn good, I have to say, with like almost 4-year-old gas in it. I'm amazed that it still runs, but you know, thus is the Big Block Chevy. And then the truck doesn't look atrocious from the outside when it's washed. And I'll be taking the power washer to that, and we'll make it look nice. The interior is actually pretty nice once that's cleaned up, so that should look nice. The only thing that looks really, really scary is this rear quarter panel and the frame underneath. But that's something that, you know, I'll have to give it to my friend in upper US over there. He's fixed up a Chevelle frame and, you know, kind of showed me how you could just take plates and weld them in place and, you know, make it good enough. And I think that's probably what I'll wind up doing with this thing. So with that, I have to order some parts. Okay, so I am now pretty psyched because it does run and it runs pretty well. I don't doubt that it's going to need a little bit more work. I'm definitely going to have to, you know, do things like the oil and flush the radiator and things like that. That's, you know, goes without saying. But I did find out that it's definitely those transmission lines, and I did manage to find them on the web. This is a 4L80E transmission, which wasn't very common in these trucks. Even with the 2500, a lot of them came with the 4L60E, which I like to call the glass jaw transmission. It kind of reminds me of the old TH350 that used to blow up a lot. That said, I've got the parts ordered and they should be here soon. So by next weekend, I should be throwing in the new lines, and we will at least get it to move, because ultimately I have to get under there and really start working on that frame, you know, clean it up. I'm going to want to paint it, and not even sure if I'm going to use Nutri-Rust or I'm just going to weld in some more panels to, you know, strengthen it. I guess it'll probably be a bit of each. I have a small MIG welder right now, so we'll see, you know, how well I can weld this stuff. I think it should do okay, though. It's a decent welder. It's a Hobart. And next week, I'll also be fixing the air conditioning in my Focus ST, because that stopped working last year. I investigated what the problem was, and then it became winter, so I didn't need air conditioning. Now it suddenly got hot, and I really want air conditioning back, so I'll be repairing that. I went through lots and lots of things to deduce how this worked exactly. So make sure you tune in on that one if you're interested in how you figure out why, you know, your car stopped working with AC. It's not always just low on Freon, I'll tell you that much. Hey there, Whitey. What are you doing in there, huh? Crazy chicken. Oh, the whole Henny's in there and Red's in there. Lots of chickens. Chicken. Buck, 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 buck.